Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Yeah, good day, good evening from Switzerland. My name is Peter Pedros. I'm CEO and founder of PEDCO, and PEDCO is a tool and collaboration partner of Scaled Agile since many years. Applied Safe is an ALM tool agnostic implementation of Safe as a process model, and we see here the entry screen of a portfolio configuration. With our product Applied Safe, we help customers to implement Safe fast and precise, as it includes a comprehensive process model, for example, roles, activity, processes, metrics, milestones, and stages. And as you can independently instantiate on each level, you can customize with the built-in tailoring and run multiple concurrent process variations to reflect, for example, all your different trains in a company. It contains also the complete content of Safe, and each version is elaborated in sync with the future versions of Safe. So the next version will come up as well, and each version is officially approved by Scaled Agile. Of course, customers can extend, adapt, and integrate it with their own process assets, and that's what they do as well. Applied Safe contains also compliance mechanisms and capabilities for regulated environments, as well as a complete implementation of the relentless improvement. Now, without further ado, I would like to jump into Applied Safe. For that, I'm going into the cloud of PEDCO, which is running on a cloud server in Germany. Now we see the entry screen on Portfolio Safe configuration, and now we can imagine that we have a new hire. Let's call him Simon. He joined this company new, and he wonders what Safe looks like. And as I said, that we can instantiate on each level. When Simon clicks on Portfolio, he gets a process just for Portfolio. So it's much less information which he has to observe, to learn. So there are basically three roles: Epic Owner, Enterprise Architect, Lean Portfolio Manager. And Simon is particularly interested to see the Kanban board. So he clicks on the Kanban board, and now he sees the description as it comes from Safe that are end, but he also sees some activities by various roles. So he sees the Analyze Epic. And we have done it that way that we describe always what shall be done in an activity. And here the text and the pictures from Safe fitted very well. So we took that content, and you can imagine that if he comes from a different company or he has been in a training for Safe, he will recognize the same words, the same picture again. So this is really something that he's familiar with. In Analyze Epic, we talk a lot about practices, about prioritization, and this is laid out in practices. So Simon can decide by himself if he wants to use planning, poker, capitalization, or the weighted shortest job first prioritization as it is defined in the Scaled Agile framework. If he wants to look that up, he can see it here immediately, and he also gets the knowledge which videos or which trainings he could attend. And we use that also for the skills metrics for the users of Safe. He sees also in which activities that practice is used, and we go back to Analyze Epic now. There's some additional information which we see, and we have a complete RASIC, which is called an abbreviation for responsible role, the Epic Owner, which roles will support Simon in doing that, and who is accountable if he's not doing it. So this is the Enterprise Architect. In addition to that, we have also defined input artifacts and output artifacts or work products for each activity. For example, Simon would like to know what the Epic hypothesis statement is, and he sees now that some existed before and some other work products are dependent on that. But more importantly is that we have a complete domain model of Safe and Applied Safe, of course, and we see here a specific view relevant for Epic Kanban. And now if Simon looks at that model, this view from the model, he sees that there's a portfolio backlog consisting of several epics, which is in reality either an enabler epic or a business epic, and each epic consists of a hypothesis statement and an epic lean business case. So an epic is also a backlog item, which is considered as a requirement in the Scaled Agile framework. And we think that with these activities, role descriptions, work products, and cardinalities between the work product models, we see that you can establish SAFe much faster and more precise, because you cut down on the discussion time and you can spend more time on discussing what is really important for the company. Now, I talked also about compliance, and I would like to show you some examples of compliance. And we have, for example, a CMMI compliance. We jump here into a program, and we hooked up the Scaled Agile framework, for example, the PI planning with the CMMI framework. And we see the whole process of PI planning, and if we map that to CMMI, it matches very well with obtain commitment to a plan, managing requirements, identify project risks. This is in project planning. This is exactly what we are doing. And we have found out that the Scaled Agile framework has most of the hooks needed for regulated environments in place. You just need to make that explicit. And this is how we do it. If we go to the presentation, we take various reference models. We have the CMMI, and we selected here the SP 1.1 as a requirement, and we mapped it to our defined process assets. So we see with those activities, those milestones, those practices, those work products, we can fulfill that they stand that requirement. And this is how we support these reference models. Then we can identify the gaps as well, so we work against those reference models. Taking all that into consideration, we think, or we have seen that up to 67% of the less discussion time is needed to interpret SAFe. So this gives you more time to work on real problems which you have. Then we have seen that we have 27 defined reference models in place. So we have seen compliance to ASPICE 3.0, to medical device, IEC 62304, the FDA requirements, FAA. And when we started to build Applied SAFe, we built it from beginning on that we will be able to sustain CMMI maturity level 5. And it is our goal that the customers can adopt and use the process model by themselves. So there's 3 days training needed in order to learn how to change and adopt Applied SAFe. But we can do that by ourselves. What we need to do is that we have partners who help us. We are a consulting company from we are a tool company from Switzerland, and we need to have partners, transformation partners on the globe, which help us to do the transformation for our customers. And for that, we have launched a partner program. We have currently 24 partners in 3 continents, and we are constantly looking for new partners which are willing to use Applied SAFe as one of the possibilities to implement SAFe. So with that said, I would like to finish my presentation, and I hope that you get in touch with us for an individual demo or for partnering with Applied SAFe. It's a free program. Money flows only when we create successful business for customers. And of course, we are having a booth at the SAFe Summit in Washington, and at the number 226. And we are looking for partners which use Applied SAFe and its practices to boost agile transformations for your customers. This is all I had to say today. I think I'm at the end. There are probably some questions.
Peter, thank you so very much for taking the time. We really do appreciate it. And actually, we're right at the top of our time box for this, this call here. No questions at the moment, but if any do come in, or those of you out there, if you are interested in reaching out to Peter, you can see his contact info found here in the Partner Insider deck, which again will be located in the partner portal. So Peter, thank you so very much for your time today. We do appreciate that. And as Peter mentioned, hey, he's going to be at the summit, and so folks out there, please make sure you stop by his booth and say hello.
Thank you very much.
And with that, we'll go ahead and thanks again, Peter. And with that, we'll go ahead and close out this call. Again, thank you to all of you out there. You've taken your time to join us. Again, a month from now, we will not necessarily be having another insider call, as we will be seeing all of you at the Global Summit. Woo! So we're very excited for that. So we look forward to seeing all of you there. Thanks again with that. You have a great morning, great day, and great night. Thanks a lot.